an ancient empire of maritime civilization. Rome was the center of the road to the world. A global maritime trading empire, the United Kingdom was the center of the path to the world. Now, we are building a new Korea as the center of the world. The day when Korea becomes the center of the world. The South Coast era. We'll see that day come true. The South Coast era, first proposed by Gyeongsang-namdo in 2004, is a regional development strategy being executed at the national level to create Korea's new growth engine by utilizing Korea's South Coast. It has 2,500 islands beautiful enough to be called the Second Mediterranean, and Rias-type beaches, abundant tourism resources, a huge potential growth, and the strength of being at the forefront of Korea's key industries. Therefore, development of the South Coast will decide Korea's future for the next 100 years. A breeze of change is blowing along the South Coast. The South Coast is changing. It is being developed into Korea's second metropolis and will be on the front line of national growth for the 21st century. By executing the South Coast Region Development Plan, we will promote strategic projects for developing the South Coast region into an excellent maritime tourism and vacation destination, a global economy and logistics center, and the front line of integrated regional development of the East and West. The South Coast era is about to become reality in front of our eyes, and it is the future of the new Korea. The special law for development of the East, West, and South Coast regions, legislated for the South Coast era, is the first law to be proposed by a regional government and legislated in the history of the Constitution. The national government's ultra-wide development of South Coast Sunbelt for securing an opening for the world in the 21st century has established a government guarantee for development of the South Coast. Once the South Coast era is completed, the South Coast will be at the center of tourism, industry, and Korea's second largest economic center, attracting money and people. It will become the arena for national integration, promoting mutual collaboration of the southern cities. The South Coast is about to become a world-leading tourist destination capable of competing with the Mediterranean. Gyeongsang-namdo will develop islands in the South Coast into a maritime tourism zone. Elegant lodging and entertainment facilities will be built in harmony with beautiful natural scenery. And tourists will be able to enjoy visa waiver visitations and duty-free shopping. By developing islands specialized with different themes such as a diet island, an island of plants, and an extreme sports island, these thematic fantasy islands will become a world-famous vacation destination. These theme-based islands will be connected by cable cars. And ocean bridges between regions will attract tourists from around the world to Gyeongsang-namdo. In 2012, YEOSU EXPO will be held with the theme Ocean of Life, Breathing Coasts for South Coast Prosperity. In 2014, the completion of Robotland, a robot-based theme park that combines people, nature, and advanced technologies, will turn the South Coast into a new tourism destination. The South Coast era will begin the age of personal yachts by developing exclusive cruise harbors, attracting international cruise companies, and developing a marina at the center of the southern coastal cities. The South Coast will become the center of maritime tourism and leisure sports in Southeast Asia. The South Coast is a place of history and culture. By recovering and preserving the heritage of General Lee Sun-shin along the South Coast, and developing the heritage of Changbogo, the king of the ocean that ruled the waters of Wando, Gyeongsang-namdo will create a maritime hero belt that connects heritage sites of Lee Sun-shin and Changbogo along the South Coast. The South Coast era will also improve people's quality of life by establishing a health and culture eco-belt and creating an ecotourism cluster that connects mud beaches, riverside wetlands, and inland wetlands. The South Coast will create harmony between people and nature. The South Coast era will turn dreams into reality. By specializing existing industries and promoting convergence between tourism and industry, a new industrial belt will be created in Northeast Asia. First, the Robot City will become the heart of the robot industry in Northeast Asia. Robot Valley will offer everything related to robots in one location, and it will accommodate robot-related companies and research centers. By doing so, a perfect knowledge hub for the robot industry will be established in the South Coast. By developing world-leading aircraft, Korea will become a G7 nation in the aircraft industry. An aircraft materials and parts industrial complex will be established in the South Coast. And it will become an industrial complex and research center for manufacturing fighter jets, private aircraft, and core components. By establishing a yacht building center capable of building boats of every size, from small leisure boats to mega yachts, and by nurturing high value-added maritime industries, the South Coast will become a global center for maritime industries. The South Coast era will create a new world that brings different regions together. Areas near Seomjin River will become areas of harmony and coexistence between the east and west of the Yeongnam and Honam regions. The East and West Integration Region will accommodate the Culture and Arts Town and Culture and Arts Universities. Once the International Business Center is completed, it will become the landmark of integration between the East and West. By building railroads that connect Daejeon, Jinju, and Gyeoje, and high-speed national roads between Dongyang and Gyeoje, a high-tech transportation network will connect the South Coast under 2 hours by car. Becoming Korea's second metropolis by combining tourism, industries, and people. The South Coast era. The South Coast will become the land of opportunity and the ocean of hope. In 2020, once the South Coast era is completed, it will open the doors to a completely new Korea. A mega-size maritime economic belt will be established along the South Coast. By becoming the center of Northeast Asia's maritime logistics business in the world, it will become the center of Korea's economy. On the day the South Coast era is established, the South Coast will become the foundation for Korea's new growth engine of the 21st century. South Coast era.